Sometimes a beat face is the best closure. This is the revenge makeup look. You know what exactly I'm talking about. The full glam, sultry, don't text me, I'm thriving kind of look. You know what I mean? This is exactly that sultry look you need. Maybe you want to take revenge, or maybe you want to make serious face for yourself. This video is definitely yours, so please keep on watching. I'm gonna go and start with hydrating my skin, because I just really need a glowy base. This is something that gives me a very well moisturized effect. For the foundation, I go straight with my Charlotte Tilbury because I'm in love with this product. Whenever I want to look perfect, I always apply my Charlotte Tilbury. And another reason that I am in love with this Charlotte Tilbury foundation is that it actually gives a really great coverage, and I use a shade that is a little bit darker for my skin tone. And I don't know guys if you know this, but when you use darker shades, you'll have a better coverage result. Then I'm gonna complete my blending with a wet beauty sponge. I'm in love with doing all this stuff. And also for revenge makeup, for creating that kind of warmth and hotness in you, it's better to use warm toned shades. And today we're going to focus on the warm shades. I'm going to extend this foundation to my neck as well to create balance between my neck and face. You know, it's not the good time for ghost face energy, so we need more warmth and darker shades. Then I'm going to add my brow gel to my eyebrows. First I'm going to brush them downward and I let it stay for like 2 seconds, and then I brush them upward again. You can have a better result when you brush your eyebrows downward first and you let it stay for like 2 seconds, and then you brush them upward again. I'm gonna let it dry and then I'll come back for my brows again. For the concealer, I use a warm toned concealer, and then first I apply it a little bit under my eyes and on my blemishes as well. And after blending with my fingers and creating a soft natural effect, I can go with lighter shades of concealer. Since I got a very small amount from my concealer, it's okay to even get close to under the eyes. There's no need to make the process difficult, you can simply use your fingers. And then I go with a lighter shade and I'm going to apply it under my cheekbones. Then using the same palette, gonna get my creamy bronzer, and this time I'm gonna apply it a little bit upper than my concealer, right here. See what I do? I start and I put the pressure, and when I come to the center, I try to lower the pressure and leave my hand. Then again, using the same finger, I try to blend these things into my skin, and I try to blend the line that is created here. I'm gonna try to use my clean finger and blend the concealer upward rather than blending the bronzer downward. Everything needs to be blended upward. We do not blend anything downward because we want to create lifted look all the time. Next, gonna take my brush and bronzer again, but this time I want to apply it at my crease. And I want to extend this line to my temples. This actually gives you a snatched effect. I try to blend these things into my skin with another fluffy brush, which is also clean. Now I try to set everything with powder. I'm gonna set my concealer, set my bronzer and everything. I use the same palette. I'm going to set my concealer. Then I take my powder bronzer and I set my bronzer. I'm going to take a transition color from my Urban Decay palette and I'm going to set my bronzer. Next step is to blend everything seamlessly with a fluffy brush. I'm gonna blend my bronzer completely into my skin with a fluffy brush. And after that, also I'm gonna do that for my eyes as well. Also remember to use a clean fluffy brush. Let's come back to the eyebrows. I'm gonna use the same palette for my brows as well. And the color that I'm going to use for my brows is the same transition color that I used for my eyes as well. And this is the brush that I'm using, a very small and narrow brush, which is perfect for hair lacquer strokes. Just simply want to create some hair-like strokes. This time I want to create a little bit pulled out eyebrows. Gonna clean it with some concealer because I need a very sharp eyebrows at the tails. I'm gonna blend it with my fingers. And then I put the same concealer on my eyelids. With an angled brush, I take my dark brown shade to create eyeliner. This gives us a cat look effect. You know, we want to become more sultry, and this is suitable. Again, using my concealer, I try to create a very sharp edge for my eyeliner. And you know that you can always add some shimmer to your lids. I add my golden shimmer to the center of my lids. Just apply it to the center. I'm gonna use the same angled brush and put a little bit of that dark shade under my eyes. For lashes, do as much as you can. Curl them first and then apply some mascara. But you know, I want to apply false lashes, so I'm not focusing on mascara. And now it's time for applying false lashes to give that perfect look. And this false lashes contains brown lashes too, and it's perfect for revenge makeup, you know. Gonna add my golden highlighter to my brow bones. Using the same highlighter, I'm adding it to my cheekbones as well. Okay, so the makeup is almost done, but there are a few steps which are left. First, gonna contour my nose, and I am going to drag this contour to my eyebrows. Gonna use peachy blush, and the reason that I am taking my peachy blushes is that I want to create balance between the warm toned shades of my bronzer. I'm going to extend this a little bit upward for creating lifted look. A red lipstick would perfectly complement this revenge makeup. You know, revenge is not a good thing, but sometimes you need to do something to show that you deserve better than this. I clean it with my brush to take the excess. If it's difficult for you to apply liquid lipsticks with brushes like this, you can always stick to another brush to help you. With the help of this brush, contouring my lips becomes even easier. And there you have it. This is the revenge makeup tutorial. And you know why I love this kind of makeup? Because it's sultry, because you don't need to say a word. This look screams self-respect and power, and a little bit like you should have treated me better. Okay, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I'm not suggesting you to take revenge, because taking revenge is not a good thing at all, but sometimes you need to do a makeup to show yourself and to show that you deserved better than this. If you want more beauty tips and new makeup routines, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!